Hey YouTube. So a little backstory to this video. Every month I do what's called a Menoparty, which is a free online event where I host an expert and I educate my fellow Menomavens all about different aspects of the menopause journey, whether it be hormone therapy or grief or self-soothing or stress management or nutrition. And this month, because it's February, it's Valentine's Day week, I decided to bring the men to Menoparty and invite my people to bring their husbands and male partners. Now, usually I get 50 to 65 people signing up for my Menoparties, and out of that, probably 30% of the people show up live and the other ones get the replay. Well, this one, I only had 10 people sign up and only one person showed up without her man. And so we had a lovely little chat. And then I decided to keep my husband because he was my special guest. And we did a little interview for you. So enjoy it and let us know if you have any questions. Take care. Hello.
Hi.
This is the Menoparty, but guess what? We only had a fifth of the people who usually sign up. And out of the people who signed up, one person showed up. So you know what we did? We had a little half-hour powwow with that person and had a really good time. And now it's just me and the bee rocker.
And the biz.
And the biz. We're hanging out, and I wanted to interview my husband because we had blocked off this hour to talk about menopause, and I'm still going to post it on YouTube, and I have his permission. Do I have your permission?
Yes, you have my permission.
My first question for you is, why do you think people didn't show up for the Menoparty tonight?
There might have been some fear in the unknown.
What, as a man, would you be afraid to hear or talk about if you were not married to me?
It's a difficult topic because it's not taboo, but it's certainly not discussed in any sector of society. So it's all truly unknown for most guys like me.
Well, and I'm sure, I mean, our parents are the boomer generation,
Hmm.
and your mother was never really
In touch with anything.
in edit. Your mother was never really forthright about her like menopausal or
No.
reproductive system issues. Like it is so mainstream now, and our daughter knows all about menopause at age 12, and I didn't
She
even know
knows
what it was.
all the terminology.
She does.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
But I think that, so what do you think is taboo about it
Just
as a man?
yeah, even terminology isn't even in the common nomenclature. It's like, I don't know, like it's not even talked about,
Yeah.
you know?
What was your biggest surprise of me going through
Certainly
perimenopause?
seeing the physical health manifestations like the panic attacks.
I have had some panic attacks in the last like year and a half.
Yeah.
That's one of my big symptoms is panic attacks
Yeah.
and depression, which has been super fun.
And as for guys who want to fix things or find the solution when it's something that's completely out of your control and impossible to fix at that moment, um, as a guy, you're just there to sort of support. So that was kind of a learning experience for me.
Yeah, and I think that's important because we don't need you to fix anything because we have doctors for that.
Yep.
But we need, I guess, to feel heard and supported and believed, because the thing that's hard is that our bodies are going through like really major changes
Yeah.
on the inside, and the way that they manifest on the outside are real, and they're very uncomfortable. They're physically uncomfortable, they're mentally uncomfortable. It's scary because we can't find words all of a sudden, or we're not sleeping.
Yeah.
We get angry, and we're not angry necessarily at anything that you're actually doing, but maybe we're angry because you're like breathing too loud, or
That can
you're
happen.
crunching in the other room and we can hear
Also.
it. But the reason why it infuriates us is because it is causing us to be distracted, and it's causing us to not sleep, and those are the things that we're like really holding on to, trying to focus and trying
Yeah.
to sleep.
So it's up to us to go get the weighted blanket and provide water and or tea and just make sure all the needs are met
Yeah.
when things arise.
Yeah. And you're really good at that.
I'm learning.
You're really good at that.
Yeah.
Also talk about how we've changed our like lifestyle wise. What kind of things have we
Sure.
changed
As
around?
resident chef at Chateau Hathaway, we have really incorporated a menu for the week and then shopped accordingly.
Hmm.
And so I'm cooking less of what I want and more of what the family needs,
But he
which
likes what he cooks. He gets
of
excited
course,
about it.
everything's delicious and amazing. But we have incorporated more higher amounts of fiber, fruit and vegetables, a little more vegetarian options on
Yeah,
a weekly
plant-based
basis.
stuff,
Yeah.
switching from like rice to quinoa
Yeah.
sometimes, and things like that.
So that's been one
Little
change
things, like
in behavior.
little changes,
Yep.
changing the kind of oil we
We're drinking
use,
less alcohol.
drinking way less.
You far more less than
Me
me.
far more less. Well, it's a bummer because I
Yeah.
get major heart palpitations when I drink wine, and it's not
Super
great.
Bowl night is a perfect example.
Yeah, I
Had
decided to have
one
some
glass of
wine.
wine.
I had two glasses,
That's true.
and it was not cute. It was not cute. My heart beats out of my chest, and
Mine was too, but it was for the Eagles.
doing.
I'm helping.
But it's true. Like our bodies metabolize things differently, and we have to pay attention to different things than we used to when we were like 30 and flirty, you
Yeah.
know?
Yep. Physical changes.
Yeah. I mean, and he's going through physical changes too. I mean, like, look at this gray hair.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I've certainly learned a lot.
What has helped you learn the most? Like,
I
what?
think when we sat down and watched the M Factor streaming for free on pbs.org,
That's right.
but also just having conversations, you're like, can you believe this? And I'm like, what? That's crazy. And yeah, and so that's a frequent conversation of, well, this is some,
Yeah,
you know,
it
yeah,
is. But I think that talking to your partner about this kind of stuff, especially talking about it with humor and knowing that,
yeah,
we're in it to win it. We've been together,
18
it'll be 19 years this
this year.
year. And so we know we're in it to win it. So we're not, there is no other person on the planet for us except the other. So we're like, okay, this is what it is now. And he's aging in a different way than I'm
Gracefully.
aging. We're absolutely
But
graceful.
that is it. We're finding ways to grow together and make it continually better.
And we laugh a lot at how things have changed and how different we are than when we met and were really young and
Yeah.
sprightly, which we are no longer, but we're still funny.
So funny.
What would you tell your fellow gentlemen friends?
Yeah. Take an active part in learning about what your lady is going through because she doesn't have as much access to the knowledge that we do for our changes as well. So it's a learning journey for her. Take a part in learning as well and joining her in that journey through life in the knowledge part of it.
In what way? The knowledge part of it. Just
Well, it's incredible how much lack of information and perhaps even resources that are out there for women. So there's even now seems to be like a misunderstanding of the benefits of HRT
mhm.
and fear even around it. So help your lady like find, with her doctor, what the right choices are for her and just make sure that, she knows that she's supported.
Yeah. And and also ask questions, a little bit of, hey, how are you feeling today? How did you sleep last night? How did you have hot flashes? Like
Yeah.
just asking helps. And
Yeah.
also one of the main things that we need help with as women are being able to rest, especially now because our
Mhm.
sleep is a little bit messed up. We have higher stress. not only because of hormones, but also just because of where we are in this phase of life in the sandwich generation, taking care of our kids and our parents and trying to make the world go round. And so a little bit of just being a safe place to land goes a long way. Even if we
Yeah.
don't say anything, remember, you don't have to fix us. You don't have to fix us. We have doctors for that. There are people like me that can help your wife or your partner with that. And we don't need you to fix. We just need you to love us and love us how we are and for who we're becoming and help us look forward to this next phase. Like, how can we, what's next? Like, should we travel? Should we
Yeah.
redo our living room? Like, should we,
Take the dog for a walk together.
yeah. And how can we create healthy habits together? Because I think if there's one thing that you've learned, and you've learned many things, it's that everything that I've had to do to change to keep my health on track has benefited you.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's really disciplined about exercise. He works out 5 days a week for sure, without question. But the way that we've changed our sleeping habits, the way that we're even starting to consume media differently and
Yep.
have more quiet time. And, we're both doing Duolingo, we're learning
Yes,
new
we're learning languages.
languages, we're just having fun and making plans and dreaming about what's next. And the past is in the past and the future is not real yet. So we might as well have a good time where
Yeah.
we're at.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it's important to guys, like for your ladies to know they're supported and check in with what do you need right now? That's it. Just
yeah, and it could be I need that blanket over there, or it could be I need a cup of tea, or it could be I need you to leave the house for an hour and a half so I can
right.
have some peace and
The
goddamn quiet.
chewing is too much. Please go away. And it's not to be taken offensively. It's just what the needs are at that
Yeah,
moment.
because it's true. Like,
Right.
we get agitated for no reason, and it's really hard to concentrate. Sometimes brain fog can be intense and we get distracted. And also, like, pick up some of the burden around the house. Like, do some stuff without asking, without consulting. I
New
want
rule. You
I
see it, you do it.
Yes, we live by the notice and do rule in this house.
Yep.
You notice something not where it's supposed to be, you pick it up and put it away. Notice and do. And that's a big, it keeps things in order, I think.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we teach our kid to do it too, which is great.
absolutely.
So yeah, I guess that's it.
Hmm.
I guess that's it. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk,
Yeah,
and talk to your partners about menopause. And if you have any questions for me or Brian, let
sure.
us know. Let us
I'm here
know.
for grill tips and dad jokes and any advice guys may
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to learn from. Yeah.
totally. And take him up on his advice. Watch the M Factor film with your partner.
Yep.
The M Factor film is available for free on pbs.org, and it is an incredible documentary about the menopause journey
Mhm.
and all the issues surrounding it. Also, if you're going to vote, vote for your women,
Vote
and
blue.
and remember that menopause is a part of women's healthcare, and we really have to preserve our rights and our ability to get pharmacology when we need it. So
Yeah.
it does save lives. Oh, I have another question. Speaking of that, how have you noticed a difference in me since I started taking hormone therapy?
Yeah, I think your um panic attacks certainly went down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Anxiety levels in general went down.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't noticed any brain fog at all, actually.
My brain fog has gotten so much better, and I
Yeah,
don't have hot flashes at night anymore.
zero,
Zero hot flashes.
which is kind of nice. And her body temps have actually regulated so that the icicle feet do not make me jump out of bed. And I commented on it last night. I'm like, oh, your feet are not horrible. They
No.
are normal.
That's one of the perks of menopause is that my body temperature is now
Fully
higher, so
together.
that
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
like on the same
Nice.
playing field now. So that's a
So I
positive.
only see positives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. All right. All right, everybody.
Bye.
See you later.